All right, welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. This is Art, and we are continuing our run through Skyrim, the 2011 classic. If you remember last time, we took care of 2 story mission quests, because my goal now is to take care of 1 story mission quest every session, just to keep that moving along and not get too distracted. And I think where we're going next with that is we have like a key to like a secret room in Diplomatic Immunity to meet Delphine and Riverward. If you remember, she sort of led us across Skyrim a little bit, and we encountered like a dragon speaking in tongues. I think I was spoken to. And then after we did that, I allowed myself to get back to the process of getting distracted and started some Thieves Guild stuff, and then ended up sort of having like a hangover, kind of like, you know, the movie The Hangover, where I didn't remember anything I did and, you know, had to try and undo all the damage from the night before. That was completely where I blacked out. End up encountering like the Daedric god of debauchery or something like that. So, and I remember like that was like a tough quest.
Brink is a big...
Oop, I just cut the little girl off. That was a tough quest because there were a bunch of mages blocking the path to this sort of magic realm, and they're kicking my ass. Now I'm looking at I might have to adjust something right here, because the mic stand is right above my hands with the controller, and I'm worried I'm going to bang into this. So let me mute for just a sec. Okay, let's go with that. Just gives me a little more clearance beneath. Yeah, I'm going back to got a little bit of swag. You can't really see it. Got a little Black Lodge Trivia logo on the mic. So okay, there we go. So let's do this. So I think the quest is for the story quest. Let's take care of Diplomatic Immunity. Let's activate that. Let's deactivate this just for now. I think this one's going back to... Oh, this is in... hold on. This is right here in Whiterun. So let's just take care of that while we're here, and then we'll get back to...
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven. Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
So I'll just say, like, for people who follow the channel a little bit, I did a whole, like, I'll try and remember to link to it in the show notes. I did a whole audio, like, microphone, like, walk of shame kind of video where I talked about all the microphones I've tried over the years, the audio interfaces. And in that video, you know, I tier ranked them. And I specifically said that at the end of the day, the Rodecaster line of mixers and the Shure SM7B were not worth the effort. And now I am using a Rodecaster Duo, and I'm talking into a Shure SM7B. So...
Can't a man drink in peace?
Maven said you're expecting me?
I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting Brew's owner, Sabjorn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's Captain of the Guard, and we're going to poison the mead.
You have the poison?
No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabjorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem, and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well. You know what I mean?
How do I fit in?
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabjorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat.
Clever.
Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabjorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
All right. How do I get to the brewing vats?
Both of the buildings are connected by tunnels made by the pests infesting the meadery. There's an entrance to it in the basement storeroom of the warehouse that used to be boarded over. I've already removed the boards so the meadery would get infested. That's where you should start.
What about just going through the brewery?
Sabjorn keeps that locked up tight. If you can get through that way, go right ahead.
All right. Why are you doing all this?
I made the mistake of borrowing coin from Sabjorn. He's allowing me to pay it back, but he's working my fingers to the bone. He treats me like a slave. I have to do every nasty, dirty job in the meadery.
There's more to this than a debt, isn't there?
If this plan works, not only is my debt gone, but I'll be set up for life. Maven and I worked out a little deal. If Sabjorn ends up in jail, she's gonna take over his meadery. And guess who gets to run the Blackbriar meadery in Whiterun? You're looking at him.
Why bother poisoning the nest for Sabjorn?
Once Sabjorn is out of the way, Maven has plans for the place. One way or another, we don't want the pests coming back. Consider it just more of the dirty work. I did my part getting them in there, now you need to clear them out.
All right, so
Remember, Sabjorn will be needing a helping hand. Make it look good.
it's a little bit of corporate espionage to boot. All right, so that's interesting. So yeah, let's spend a little time getting distracted here since we're here in Whiterun anyway. So yeah, there were reasons. I pulled the SM7B back off the shelf, and it become a key component in a cunning plan to frame Hunting Brew. First part of the scheme is to approach Sabjorn under the guise of assistance with his pet problem. Now, is that? I think there's is that just outside of Whiterun? Because I thought I remember there was something right outside. That might have been the meadery. So let's see if that's what. That's where they're sending us to. Yeah, so, I just, I really struggled with the Roadcaster stuff. With the controls to mix. And, the Elgato Wave software. I don't know if this is just in the beta. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm just going to, the sauce is getting made. I'm recording this. This is going to come out much after I record. I'm recording this on February 28th.
As many cold rivers. We can get our skins there.
If the river is not frozen to ice, perhaps.
And so the reason why I mentioned that is because there was a recent Lord of the Rings Online video that went up on the channel where I was talking about, oh God, the 4K, blah, blah, blah. And, somebody left a very kind comment saying, hey, this stuff's been implemented. And then I had to explain, yeah, no, I absolutely appreciate it. It's just there's a huge discrepancy sometimes in the delay because with stuff like this, there are 3-4 hour sessions. It can be tricky to sneak them in, so I do it when I can. And I bank them. When I have extra time, I try and bank them. And because I think I'm about to get a lot busier.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems.
All right, so I was trying to take advantage of, some downtime. And, yeah, so there was a feature on the Roadcaster Duo that I wanted to try and figure out, but I was having trouble with the EQ controls. I said in the Walk of Shame video, the big bottom and the aural exciter were a little nebulous for me. Even though I know they're classic audio components or whatever. And, but what I was about to say is the Wave has this really good thing in the Wave software where it will actually record your voice and lets you loop that right in the software so you can mess with the EQ settings, hearing your own voice without having to like constantly talk and use the loop back to, which I always find a little bit imprecise for me because I'm not good at it. I wish Rode had a way to record your own voice so you could tweak it. I thought that was a nice touch with Elgato's Wave software. But anyway, so I was like, okay, let me, it's one of those things where I'm like, there's something here that feature that I want to make sure I have access to that is a little bit more unique. And it was for the channel, just in case we ever needed it as a backup for recording. It was like the Rode Call Me kind of way to do like, to link up, you want to record remote voices. There's different ways to do it, but I don't like, at the moment, Riverside.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Something wrong?
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
I might be able to help. Wink.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done.
No, Mr. Sabjorn. I expect you to die. That's the only way I operate. So I'm curious to try persuade. Just paying when the job's done is fine, but I always like the idea of using a skill to see if it gets bumped up. But let's just do this.
My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
How do I permanently clear the vermin?
I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
You've got a deal.
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead.
Okay, you mentioned someone named Malice.
Malice is the best deal I've ever made. Lent him a bit of gold some time ago I knew he'd never be able to pay back. Nothing like free labor to make operating costs cheaper.
Ooh, you know what? I don't feel bad about doing this. This guy's like a total predatory loan shark.
Why are you standing here then? I've told the captain of the guard we'll have the meadery cleared for the tasting, and he could be here any minute.
So I don't think the people...
Now I've got to clean up this mess.
I don't think the other group is good, but this guy is full fuck that guy.
Was something we
Energy.
discussed unclear?
Oh man, yeah, okay. All right. Ooh, nice shot. Like the dramatic. Now I wonder, did they set off the bear traps there? Anyway. And just one quick heads up, I might be taking more breaks during this recording. Ooh, missing. Alright. There we go. Nope, not done yet. Nice, another level. curious about the spider webs. I don't know if it's just supposed to be like cobwebs and atmospheric, or if it's like usual where it's actually indicative of something to come. So anyway, the point is that I was like, you know, it was sort of twofold. You know, I wanted to have this, oh, here we go. I wanted to have this feature just in case. And then I wanted to be able to, and I was like, okay, since I'm going to do this, like, no pressure. I have SE Electronics microphones that are very easy to work with. I think I can, and I've had a lot of practice, like, you know, EQing, maybe I've gotten a little better. And, you know, I was able to get those, I love SE Electronics microphones. And I was like, yeah, you know, I think it sounds pretty good. I think I sort of figured out what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing for my particular voice, you know, get a little bit of a better handle on, you know, how things change the sound, etc. And, yeah. So then, you know, doing a lot of stuff like looking for jobs and things like that. And, you know, a lot of job postings that are coming up, not that I got considered for any of them. I would have loved to have been considered them because, you know, it was for video podcast editors. And I've never done it professionally, but I do it obviously here on the channel, but it's, you know, it's not quite, you know, it's not like two people like, you know, good hang, like cutting back and forth between it. Like the reality is, you know, not to like any, I don't mean to like denigrate what anybody does, but like I feel comfortable that like an experienced editor could cut a podcast. Like that wouldn't be hard. You just have to understand like, you know, the flow of and pacing of you know, a conversation. And I feel like most editors could handle that. But one of the things I realized was like, look, a lot of these podcasts are going to use SM7Bs, and they don't just want you to, some of them didn't want you to just edit. Some of them wanted you to handle the production. Now in the production, I'm comfortable using DSLR cameras. I'm comfortable with microphones, but I was never comfortable with the SM7B. And I realized that might come up, you know, like, you know, hey, this podcast uses SM7Bs, and I didn't want to just be like, oh shit, this is gonna, like, I can't do it. Ooh, shoot. Okay, so I'm obviously out of iron. Okay, so let's, if I remember now how to do this, there we go. We want to go to Ancient Nord Arrows. See if we can heal up a little bit before we get back into the fight. So there we go. I was like, okay, I actually sold my SM7B. So I sold some stuff. Like, let me put that into an SM7B. And, because again, that's how I have to do everything. Because, you know, that's how I've been trying to do, like, you know, stuff like that. Because, like, you know, I don't have a regular job at the moment. And, it felt like, and so then I plugged it in. And I was expecting, like, every experience I've had before was just horrible with the SM7B.
It's nothing.
Like, to the point where, like, one time I think I said in the video, like, people would say, like, you know, this is the mic unprocessed, and I would listen to what they sounded like. I'm like, mine sounds like crap compared to that. All right. Hamlin's journal. Let's see what's going on with him. B, that's okay, yeah. I should level up. But let's quickly look at the books. Aemlin's Journal. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years of imprisonment, 10 years of exile. The children threw rocks and the women spat upon me as the menfolk dragged me into Whiterun's prison. They branded me a danger to their pitiful existence, used words like madman and insane. Could a madman escape the prisons undetected? Could a lunatic establish a laboratory right under their noses? That sounds like what a lunatic would do. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Could a psychopath create a mighty army from the common skeever? This is checking a lot of psychopath lunatic boxes. My days as an apprentice alchemist in Winterhold were no better. Those egotistical braggarts couldn't compete with my abilities. Where they fell short, I'd constantly excel. Did they appreciate my genius? Did they relish my contributions? Nay. My instructors beat me and said I was irresponsible, and the Archmage cast me into the streets like a common beggar. As my enemy grows complacent and weak, as they forget Hamelin and his utter brilliance, I build my army. I use every bit of knowledge at my disposal to forge their demise. Thanks to Sabjorn's unwitting assistance, my legion grows stronger every day. The irony that the same ingredients used to make his vile drink could be used to feed my offspring isn't lost upon me. Oh, they will pay. Their ignorance of impending annihilation amuses me. I will bury Whiterun and watch Winterhold burn. And when they experience the fury I've unleashed upon them, when my progeny are gnawing their flesh from their bones, they will come begging and groveling at my feet. But there will be no mercy, no quarter, no leniency, and I will laugh and I will dance and I will rejoice over their mangled, broken corpses. The time for recompense has arrived. 10 years of pain, 10 years of misery, 10 years of death. Signed, the very stable Aemlin. All right. This guy's been through some stuff. But it also sounds like it sounds like he also might have brought some of it upon himself. So when I said like, okay, I've got some time. It's time for me to like finally, I sort of worked out some of the kinks with the Roadcaster. EQ. Let me just really like, it doesn't have to be for like, my forever mic or anything. I just have to like crack the code, And so, okay, I'm like, I debated like, let me just start with my base SE Electronics 4100 settings. Let me just start there because, like I did the work, I figured things out. And I plugged in my SM7B and I, same settings. And it sounded normal. Like that was the thing I never felt like I could do with the SM7B is get to sound normal. And all of a sudden I was just like, oh my God. To the point where it made me wonder was like, did I just have like a bunch of like, not a bunch, but did I have a broken SM7B before? It was like, or a counterfeit or something because it sounded night and day. Ooh, I don't want to use Ninroot. I don't even care about this really. Night and day. Absolutely night and day. Activate nest, apply the poison to the nest. And so then once I was like, oh shoot, okay. And you sit there and you're like, maybe I wasn't crazy. Maybe something was really wrong. Because like it never sounded right. Like no matter what I do. And I said in the video about the walk of shame, like I banged my head against that thing for hours and hours. And I would sit there and I'd listen. I'm like, I don't understand why mine sounds like garbage. And everybody else's sounds normal. And all of a sudden I plugged this one in and it sounded normal. And I was like, oh shit. All right. Maybe everything I said was wrong. Like I wasn't getting like tons of hiss. I wasn't getting like sound that was just talking through 5 socks, like things that I was just like, okay, that goes to Skyrim. So we're going to have to go to there we go. I was like, I feel like this is these vats should be something I should be dumping the poison in. All right. Mission accomplished. So yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just that kind of thing where I was just like, maybe it wasn't 100% me. And that made me feel, I don't want to say vindicated. Because I just sat there and I remember I spent so long and I could not get it to, I'm like, why is this one thing so elusive? Like, why can't I figure it out? And, yeah. See the captain of the guard? Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here.
Can't wait to see Sabjorn squirm.
Dude. He's right there. Ixnay on the,
Is something we discussed unclear?
Oh my god. Job's finished.
Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished.
What about my pay?
You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Attend to the tasting ceremony. Okay, I can talk to Commander Caius. Oh, he's busy. Okay. I'll stand over here by, Malice.
Well, Sabjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunning Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine to be sipped and savored. By the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move.
Farewell, Sabjorn.
All right, mission accomplished.
I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
Need to get a look at Sabjorn's books.
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help.
Okay, you never mentioned the lunatic living in the tunnels.
I thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job. Besides, you've done Maven a favor getting rid of him, and saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later.
What are you going to do with the place?
Start changing it over to the Blackbriar Meadery West as soon as possible. That was Maven's part of the deal. She's put me in charge of keeping the mead flowing, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If you're in the area, and you ever need anything fenced, you just let me know.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, because that's a service at the Thieves Guild. You know, they'll buy stolen things. Okay.
Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
Okay, let's see if we can find his office really quickly. I don't know if it's... I doubt it's downstairs. Anyway, so when, I plugged in the SM7B with not a crazy amount of EQ, just some, normal, quote unquote, kind of EQ, and sounded like night and day different. It made me realize, like, okay, if this was something that came up as part of like, hey, are you comfortable working with this? I might be able to say yes. Now I am. And so, now this doesn't say it leads out to Skyrim. So let me see if this is, yeah, there we go. Promissory note. Interesting. Let's read this. Within the enclosed crate, you'll find the final payment. As we discussed, Hunting Brew Meadery should now begin brewing meat at full production. In regards to your concerns about interference from Maven Blackbriar, I can assure you that I'll do everything in my power to keep her assets and her cronies at bay. This is the beginning of a long and successful future for both of us. I'm going to take that. Oh, it looks like she was also trying to directly deal with him. Third and final offer. So it's interesting. She's inviting him to stay at her manor in Riften. I wonder if it was actually to negotiate or if it was to... Yeah, being part of the Blackbriar family would be both lucrative and life-saving. I wonder if she would have worked with him or if she would have... I'm going to take this. If she would have just done him in at her place. And maybe that's why he wasn't visiting. So, anyway, and then once I started using it and started hearing what like it should, quote unquote, should sound like, I was like, oh yeah, no, now I get it. now I get it. Yeah, it's been much easier to work with than it ever has been before. Maybe not quite as easy as the SE Electronics, but it's not that far off. And I always like the form factor. That was in terms of like in front of me and how it works with my, getting in the way, getting out of the way. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for the quest. I don't remember what it was called, but let me just make sure. Yeah, because I don't think I have anything. Let's see, Dampened Spirits, Return to Maven Blackbriar. So what we're going to do is we're now going to do Diplomatic Immunity, which is the story quest. And yeah, like I was saying, I might have to take more breaks. It's a weekend. I've taken care of some stuff at home while I'm squeezing this in. So hopefully it's no big deal. So yeah, we want to go back to... Let's level up. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, so you start at 100. So I've done... I've done 12 health, and I was going to do sort of like... Was I doing 4 to 1 or 3 to 1? 3 to 1. So I've done 12 health, 3. So let me do a stamina this time. It's all arbitrary. It doesn't matter. So there's that. Now let's see again if there's something... Yeah, sneak up to 52. I don't know if that allows us to... I think there was one thing here. Assassin's Blade. Is that like 15 times? That's pretty good. Silent Roll requires 50. That's pretty good. Lightfoot I already got. Alright, we'll take our first break here, I think. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back from the break. We were looking at archery. Oh, no, not archery. We were looking at stealth. And we noticed that we could get the Assassin's Blade, which is like a 15 times backstab with a dagger. I don't do that very often. I don't know if the silent roll is normal. Not normal, is good. That could be useful, but I'm not there yet. 70, and this requires 100. $70 could be good, but I got the main one I want, which is the sneak attacks do more damage. Like this could be useful, like extra stealth. But let's see what archery can do. Nope. Okay, Eagle Eye, no. Steady Hand Power Shots. Staggers, I guess could be good. Quick Shot could be good. Hunter's discipline. Zooming in with a bow slows time by 50%. Like, I feel like that's kind of useful, but it's not something that I care a lot about. Let's see what light armor. Can't do that. Okay. Light armor weighs nothing and doesn't slow you down. I can't get that, but I'd like that. Matching set. Okay. So I think it's really between sneak and archery. And I'm going to go back to sneak. And either I'm going to take the extra... Like, I don't use blades very often. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 30% harder to detect. You know, just make it a little bit easier to stay in the shadows. Okay. So now we need to go back to the village we started in, I think, Riverwood. And this is going to be for the main quest. So let me fast travel there. And let's get that quest activated. Okay. So yeah, if you remember from the last session, we were given a secret, we were given a key to a secret area of the inn in order to meet.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan.
Okay, so there's Delphine.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy.
You're not coming?
That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet.
So what's your plan? How do I infiltrate the Thalmor embassy?
The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Okay, who's this contact of yours? Sure I can trust him?
Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties.
How am I going to get into this party?
Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards.
All right, once I'm inside, then what?
That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction.
I'll see you in Solitude.
Sounds good. Be careful.
Now, did it update the quest? Diplomatic immunity, meet Malborn in Solitude? Okay. Now, Solitude, I feel like, is a town I have been to in previous plays, but it's a distance away, but I'm maybe misremembering. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, it is a hike. So I've been, I think, to Dead Man's Respite. I think I've been to Morthal. So I could technically... I don't know if I've been to Ustengrav. That sounds familiar, but... Now, it looks like I'm just trying to see what, like, here's the official road in, I guess. Oh, this is the one, right. This is a cool one because it's got this sort of natural land bridge over the water. So here's the road. So if I go to, like, here, I can get back on the road. Yeah, let's go to the Crabber's shanty and then walk up the road. Now, I promised I wouldn't get distracted. I'm seeing that light off in the distance.
What was that? Ah! Found you!
So here's the thing I don't know. Am I required to do anything? Like, he's flying over the camp there, and they seem to be activated. I thought I saw some magic spells hit the sky. And, like, I don't mind if a dragon's, you know, taking shots at a robber camp. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going. Again, I'm trying to find the road. I think it's just to the west here a little bit. And I think I was talking about this in one of the sessions where some people recommend when you play this game, just don't fight that dragon in the very beginning and just go do side quests immediately, because if you do that, then it doesn't activate. Doesn't activate like the random dragons that come around. I don't know if that's true, but that makes sense from how I guess some of the things in the background of these games work. I'm glad I didn't chase after that light, because now I'm guessing it's probably like a lamppost on a road sign. It's another prisoner transport. I'm not going to mess with these. I messed with them last time. Got my butt kicked. Now, they took off, and I heard the dragon roar again, so I don't know if the dragon's still on the hunt. For a moment there, when I was sort of tracking in the sky, I saw two. Now, the reality is that I can take... If the one dragon I killed solo is any indication, I can technically do it, but if there's some help here willing to take some of the pressure off of me, it might be a good time to deal with this one in particular. I didn't want to deal with it next to the robber camp because that could just start getting complicated when they take shots at me instead of the dragon, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. And I'm guessing that because I'm like the dragonborn, I'm a bit of a magnet for them. I mean, from like a technical standpoint, I assume they just have them spawn on me to keep it interesting, but I imagine lore-wise, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Watching him take down the... like, strafing the bandit camp there. Okay, whoop. I think he's on us. Blood dragon. Prisoner, this is your chance to make a break for it. Oof. There you go. Did I critical strike? I need to heal up real quick. Ooh, yeah, that... So it's interesting, like I had that potion of health, but it doesn't seem to work the same way that like the minor health potions do, where it like instantly... So here's the question. Did I did do this, so... Or did I do this? Yeah, meet Malborn in Solitude. Okay, so let's try that fast travel again. Nope. Have we been to any of these places? Deepwood Redoubt? No. Try the Crabber's Shanty again. Or do I... Have I been here? Cut across the water? Yeah, let's do that. We're going to cut northwest across the water.
The Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters...
Something's up. Again, I gotta say, like, I mean, I know this is like the anniversary edition. This is not the literal edition that came out in 2011 at first, but, and I know I've got a couple of mods going on, but, I just want to reiterate, it does not take a lot to get this game to look good, and, you know, because it's an older title, it's still going to run nicely on, probably moderate hardware, you know, and you have the choice, right? You can dial it in, like, okay, this degree of fidelity or enhancements or improvements wasn't worth the frames per second hit that I took. So let me work with that and see if I can tailor the experience a little bit. Which, you know, requires the user to have some know-how, some agency, whatever, to be able to do that. But I feel like that is a great thing. You know, because I feel like if you're gonna... If you're gonna lean into this game, you either are really dedicated, or if you're just curious, then you probably don't care about that stuff anyway. But if you're gonna really lean into, like, getting this game fine-tuned like that, I'm sure you already know how to do that kind of stuff, or have the technical acumen to get there, to source it out. This is just like a mud crabs took over a band. There's a chest there, so. Very nice. All right, I'll take it. There you go. The other thing I feel like these games do, and I don't know if this is true of Starfield because I didn't get very far in it, but like I enjoy the idea that they're, you know, courtly espionage and, you know, infiltration and spies and intrigue. Like they lean into like the right, in my mind, the right story beats that I want from this kind of fiction, which is why I always thought I should have been able to get more into Game of Thrones, and I liked it for a little while, never loved it, and then just hit a point where I was like, you know, I think I'm good. So I don't know if this is a fair or accurate way to describe the show, but I'll say why I thought Game of Thrones got to the point where I felt like it was both spinning its wheels because it wanted to just have the story move on without maybe 100% clear endpoint in mind. And also that I was like trying very hard to be dark and, you know. So when you combine those two things, it ended up not being for me. Oh, interesting. Now, what I'd love to see is that spider take on those insects, but it seems like he's tracking. Oof. I'd say I can't really afford to miss, so there we go. So as I mentioned, like this game, this recording is on February 28th, so we're a couple of weeks shy of Crimson Desert coming out. And I don't know, I'm not 100% sure what to make of that game. I've been trying to follow previews, and I you know, the moment, you know, you show me an open world with the scope that game seems to have, like, I can't help but be intrigued. But the thing about it is that I don't know what the mechanics are going to be like, and so I am, you know, sort of curious to see when it comes out. But I was listening to Cronage, or I feel terrible. He was doing an interview with somebody from the team. Maybe he's like the PR person, and I have to say, like, the way they were describing it is like, yeah, we want this to be the kind of game where, yes, there's a main story, but we want you to get distracted on the way. And as soon as they said that, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is like, that's my like kryptonite. Like, that's exactly like, and that's what I like about this so much, is that, you know, there's always something to get distracted by. And I love that. I love, love, love that. And that's more important to me than like the finest tuned, you know, gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. So as soon as he said that, and then the more I see of like the open world and like like, it feels like it's got a little bit of a mix of like Dragon's Dogma for some reason. Like, I don't know why, like when I'm watching him like scale cliff sides and stuff, I'm like, oh no, this game is gonna, like, even if this game isn't my thing, the exploration might be enough to get me to give it a shot.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
So, yeah, like, again, I think that comes out in a little over 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks. So we'll see what's what. I mean, nobody comes here for up to the minute anything, right? You know, like I said, you know, this will come out like a month after I record it, and there's just no, you know, nobody's coming here for like the latest and hot takes and up to minute news. But when this comes out, I will be curious to see. You know, the world will know what if Crimson Desert's any good, and if it delivers anything interesting. So the thing I find interesting about this, coming back to the actual game I'm playing, is if you look at this, like, I think this is A, very cool, but B, if you look at the map, I think I was talking about how, like, the map always felt like it seems like this massive, oh my god, look at this, you know, land that we can navigate. And then in game, it always feels like everything's right on top of each other. You know, just to give you an idea, like that land bridge is significantly sized on. It's one of the few times where I can accurately gauge the scale, so to speak. And it makes, you know, again, it makes you realize, you know, not in a way that I'm putting the game down, but the map might not be as big as you think it is. The world is densely packed with things to do, but the world itself is not actually a sprawling mass. But yeah, this is one of the places that sort of lets me set the expectation, sort of calibrate, I'm sorry. That's why, like, when I record these things, I always say, you know, at the time of this recording, and then I say something that I know is going to be probably woefully out of date.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
All right. Now, I don't know if I'm necessarily down with joining the Legion. I feel like I was taking the side of the rebels. I don't know. I'm assuming the Legion is people that are trying to decapitate me.
Hi.
Now, I thought this was the guy the guard told me not to be like.
Hmm?
Okay. Like, I assume he's getting some kind of, well, might be getting decapitated soon. Okay, let's see if this works. There we go. I finally looked up the keyboard command for quick save, so I don't have to go through the menus, even though I'm using a controller. Whoa. I don't understand what happened. Can't get out of this corner.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outside.
Okay, not sure what happened there.
Help!
Is this because I...
Somebody help!
That'd be a smart call. Okay, okay, we need to...
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries.
Yeah, no, I need to load a different save. Take the quick save from just outside. Like, I'm not carrying...
I'll have your head. Help!
Okay, let's, see if we can go back one. So I don't know why the guard outside didn't bother me.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about.
Okay, so how do I join the Imperial Legion?
There's no greater honor than to serve. If you're serious about enlisting, speak to Legate Rika in Castle Dower. Till next time.
Okay, so I don't know... Let me see if I can sneak my way in. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so let's see if he attacks me, because right now he's not. And the one thing I did differently is I did not talk to him. So is that enough to get everybody worked up? Let me try saving again. Okay, that seemed to do it. 1 second. I just had a package arrive there. I gotta get off the stoop. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I guess talking to that guy is enough to get everybody riled up. Let's talk to Malborn. Our mutual friend sent me.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you.
Okay, so what kind of things should I bring?
You're asking me? She promised that she was sending someone who knew what they were doing. If you actually want to get out alive, I'd bring whatever you need to move quietly and kill quickly.
Okay, I'm ready. Here's what I'll need. Let's go for it. Why not?
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
So I assume I'm supposed to give him a bow of shadows, arrows, give him all of them. Dagger of souls. Extra arrows just in case. For apparel. I'm going to keep my armor. Let me see if it'll let me keep my armor. I'm assuming... Yeah, Potion of Healing looks like it's different than Potion of Health, and that's my problem. Let me unfavorite that, and let me favor that. Healing and Health? Different stuff. Okay, let's favor that. So this is an interesting thing. Maybe I mentioned this already. I was watching a video and talking about like, oh, ways to make your game way better. Like your gaming experience in Skyrim way better. And one of the things they mentioned is using your favorites. And the guy was like, yeah, you know, I never used my favorites my first time through. And I confess, I found that very surprising.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Now my fear is that I'm going to get double crossed. I'm going to lose all my equipment. Okay, so, you know, saying like I preface things that, time it's recording, I'm here in New Jersey. We just had a massive snowstorm, and there's a chance we're going to be getting more, like at least freezing rain, if nothing else. And so I wanted to make sure, we had like ice melt for, all right, one sec. All right, yeah, so there's some stuff going on outside, but yeah, so just wanted to make sure we had, like, the ice melt that we needed for, if it's not going to be a full snowstorm, at least the freezing rain that might be coming, because it has been very difficult to get that stuff. Like, we broke one of our snow shovels digging out. Haven't been able to replace it yet. Let's quick save.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy?
Yeah, he's all set.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that.
So I think I should have given him my armor.
Can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that.
Okay, I might have to.
I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
I'm ready. Keep the rest of my things safe.
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
So I like the idea of this. Often...
a fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, my lady. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
All right. Yeah, a lot of times there will be missions where you're
There's
often...
not enough drinking in the world today. Wouldn't you agree?
That sounds like a problem. What I was going to say is...
I will just rest here a moment. Although it is damnably cold out here, I don't look forward to the trip back down.
Please,
Perhaps we might share a carriage after the party. I know, we've just met. But think, by the time the party is over, we'll no doubt be fast friends. I look forward to it.
All right. So anyway,
Don't
there's
mind me. I'm perfect.
there's often missions that will like strip you of your gear. You know, usually like I think in Deus Ex there's one where like you get caught prisoner.
I'll go after you.
And I'll be honest with you, they're usually pretty annoying. But I at least appreciate the...
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please.
Here you go.
Thank you, Mom. Go right in.
Now then, here's
All right.
the invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
So yeah, so I appreciate that this is creating a story, an interesting, in my mind, story beat for why. And they give you a way around it, like somebody's going to smuggle it in. Again, very cloak and dagger espionage that I like.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
There's nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous of late.
I'll not argue that.
You're Elenwen. I've heard so much about you.
Have you?
Well,
All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
Between the dragons and the stormcloaks, my coffers are running dry. I've spent many hours in council meetings lately, grappling with that.
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Ambassador.
So I think that, I wonder if that was a stage, like, again, because they keep saying, like, you're good until you open your mouth, and they were just trying to make me open my mouth.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door, and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
I'm ready.
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
After all, Yolen works the Skyforge. How is any smith...
All right, let's see if there's something here that can create a distraction.
Are the dragons frightening
The
your
man who
people as
knows
much
how
as
to
they're
make
frightening
money,
mine?
war can be a
I've
most
spent many hours in
venture.
council meetings lately, grappling with that problem.
So,
These are troubling
I was looking
times
around the room to
indeed.
see if there was something obvious, like...
These stormcloaks are nothing more than an armed mob. This war won't last much longer.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's been some time since I've had news from elsewhere in Skyrim. What have you heard?
Well, there might be nothing to it, but I've heard that the feud between the Greymanes and the Battleborns in Whiterun has grown ugly. Frollia Greymane is convinced that the Battleborns have abducted one of her sons.
I was trying to see if there's something I could interact with, sabotage, knock over,
Are the dragons frightening your people as much as they're frightening
set
mine?
on fire but have it delay so it doesn't tip over right away or something.
He's lately grappling with that problem.
These are troubling times indeed.
Or is it enough to just get behind the table and go into stealth mode?
Going to open a bottle of her best firebrand wine later. I can hardly wait.
You speak truly. Have you heard any interesting rumors of late?
Doesn't look like it's letting me go into stealth mode.
Winterhold have been trying to figure out how many dragons there are in Skyrim. They seem to think it's at least a dozen.
Take advantage of the fine food and drink. Such things have been scarce since the war began.
How are you enjoying the party?
Well enough, I suppose. Elenwen puts a great deal of effort into these parties, and it shows. I just wonder what her real motivations are. That woman is inscrutable.
Can the Thalmor be trusted?
For now, perhaps. but I've heard disturbing rumors that they're marshalling their strength. I suspect the treaty that ended the war was just a tactic to buy time so the Thalmor can rebuild their armies. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not sure the Empire can afford another war. Good speaking with you.
Trying to figure out if there's maybe the
soldiers all
bard.
fighting in the war. There's nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous.
It's good practice. Most people barely notice what I'm playing.
Heard any interesting rumors of late?
I'm not sure that it's news, but lately it seems like every blacksmith in Skyrim is out to prove that he's the equal of Yorlin Greymane. It's not really a fair comparison, if you ask me. After all, Yorlin works the Skyforge. How is any smith going to compete with that? The Empire is fortunate to have the support of the Thalmor during this difficult time, don't you think?
Now, I feel like we've spoken to him from Whiterun, maybe?
Much so.
Enjoying the party?
Thank you for asking.
Oh, hello there. I didn't expect to see you here. Yes, I am indeed. Elenwen always serves the best wine at her parties. The food is excellent as well. Though I confess, being surrounded by so many wealthy and important people makes me feel more than a little nervous.
All right, quite the gathering.
We've had
Oh yes, quite. So many important people from all across Skyrim.
Okay, so that's not
Don't let me keep you.
helpful.
A ruler is entitled to luxury, don't you think? The Thalmor understand that. It's been a brutal winter.
Okay, some Jarls resent the Thalmor. How about you?
Yes, I know what you mean. Most Nords struggle to accept change. Those who fought the Thalmor in the Great War still see an enemy. But that war is over, and a new day has dawned. Besides, the Thalmor reward their friends richly. Anyone who doesn't take advantage of that is a stubborn fool. Something like that with dragons on the loose and a war going on.
Have you known Elenwen long?
Yes, I know what you mean. Most Nords struggle to... Those who fought... Besides, the Thalmor reward their friends richly. I've known her long enough to appreciate her excellent taste in food and wine. And also long enough to respect her importance to Skyrim. She plays a vital role in rooting out the forbidden worship of Talos. As far as I'm concerned, those Talos worshippers get what they deserve. All they do is cause problems for me and the other Jarls.
So I need your help with something was taken off the table there.
Are you enjoying?
For the man who knows how to make money, war can be a most profitable venture.
I'll leave you to it then.
Now, you sound like quite the businessman.
But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford.
What brings you to the party?
You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf.
Oof.
You there, servant girl! What's your name, dear?
Ah, Brayla, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
No, not what I'm interested in. I just wanted to get a better look at you. I like what I see, my dear. And believe me, I don't say that to everyone. I'm very discriminating when it comes to the female form.
Ah, thank you, sir. Was there anything else I could do for you?
Oh, not at the moment. Maybe later. Don't go far.
Yes, sir. What can I get for you?
We've got our hands full dealing with the
Here you go,
stormcloaks.
Miss Colovian brandy.
We've had the same troubles.
These are
Until-
troubling times indeed.
With
So now,
soldiers all fighting in the
they had
war,
this guy talk to us.
nobody to hunt down
What
the
does a
bandits.
fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Here, I brought you a drink.
It's been some time since I've had news from
One
elsewhere
generous
in Skyrim.
soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
They're exaggerating. They're probably trying to
I was about to say, like, was it, you know, not, I don't mean it like in a heavy-handed way, like, did they blatantly put this guy right in front of you so that you knew inside here to fall back on him? Actually, there is something you could do.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
What about you?
I need you to cause a scene, get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my
I couldn't have
handiwork.
said it better myself. It's been some time since I've had news from elsewhere in Skyrim. What have you heard?
Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make.
Let's go, before anyone notices us.
Elenwen, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively. Nothing could be more unlikely
Okay,
than
so
that someone
optional
would
retrieve your
actually wander
gear.
in their bed.
So far, so good.
Although,
Let's hope
most
nobody
of
saw
you
us slip
are
out.
already in bed.
We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
I'll be a good boy now. Wouldn't want to offend our Thalmor
Who
overlord,
comes,
would
Malvern?
we?
You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
Guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Ooh.
I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest.
So now that one guy was saying how,
Lock
like,
the door
people
behind.
Talos deserve what they get, and here I am picking up a amulet of Talos. What does it do? Time between... Okay. Yeah, the armor is my fault.
Camped outside the walls of Whiterun.
Come on.
Seems they've been
Someone misses
traveling
me at
around
the
the
party.
whole
We're
of
both
Skyrim
alone.
peddling their wares. You've got to admire their courage, doing something.
Good
Did
luck.
you see those robes
You're on
marching
your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah,
So let me see if I can costume change here.
good. I've been wondering how we're supposed to defend this place from a dragon. If a dragon does show up, maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds. Never should have come.
Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Let's try that again. So I do have to sneak by.
I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly foot sloggers. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds.
Okay, there's no way to pick that. Okay, so...
Haven't seen her around before.
So let me exactly figure out what the quest is. Okay, search for the information about dragons returning, retrieve your gear. We did the retrieve your gear, so we just need to find something about...
Come here. Let me see your... Never should have come here. Where are you? Found you.
Now I feel like I'm in Thalmor, so it's the disguise didn't matter, so that's not a thing. Okay, so I don't know if it's upstairs. I think I might need to go back downstairs. It's telling me to open to Skyrim. I don't know if that's what I actually want to do.
You're dead. You can't hide from me. That your best, huh? You are but a dog. I am your only truth. I'll see you to learn your
Ooh, do I not have any of my potions?
Come on.
That's all you've got? Do your worst!
It's like I was never here. Alright, so let's we're gonna take the Elven Light Armor. Because I don't care about...
Did you hear something?
I'll end your misery.
Just gonna sort of sweep the perimeter, so to speak, see if there's anybody else I can take care of before. Got some dots on there so that I'm not getting jumped from behind as I sneak into the next building. Because you see, yeah, there's like 4 of them.
But I need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not presume, Gisser. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed.
So he has talked. I knew it.
Everyone talks in the end. Now, leave me to it if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Can I could help you. He talked to me. He trusts me.
You'd like to come downstairs with me, is that it, Gisser? Shall we loose his bonds and put you in a cell together?
Got a dossier on Delphine and Ulfric Stormcloak. Active, capture or kill. Okay. We want her dead, so I'm going to grab that. Ulfric. Uncooperative, dormant. Jarl of Windhelm. Okay, let's grab that. First emissary, Elwyn. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. An informant has identified a possible lead whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, but by all indications holding back the information we seek. I have authorized immediate, manual uncoiling. I do not expect more will be necessary unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be present for the final questioning. I'll inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, your expertise is welcome as always. I've placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs for your convenience. Let's grab that.
You can ask him anything you'd like.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
I knew he was telling the truth.
Stop, please. I don't know anything else. Don't you think I'd have told you already?
Silence. You know the rules. Do not speak unless spoken to. Master Rollindale will ask the questions. Let's begin again.
No, for pity's sake. I've already told you everything. No!
Start at the beginning, as usual. If you persist in this stubbornness,
I was just
I'll have...
catching my breath. Why wouldn't I tell you again? I don't even know anything. There's an old man.
A dossier, Esbern. Okay, so he's the guy who's talking. Okay. Esbern was one of the Blade lore masters prior to the First War against the Empire. He was not a field agent, but is now believed to have been behind some of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades during the pre-war years, including the Balinesti incident and the breach of the Blue River prison. His file remained dormant for many years, an inexcusable error on the part of my predecessor, who has been recalled to Alinor for punishment and re-education, in the erroneous belief that he was unlikely to pose a threat due to his advanced age and lack of field experience. A salutary reminder to all operational levels that no Blade agent should be considered low priority for any reason. All are to be found and justice exacted upon them. Operational notes. Looking at the... I feel like I'm always sitting weird in my chair, and I'm having like some back problems. I think it's from shoveling snow in that aforementioned storm, but I think part of it is also I like lean in my chair weird. Anyway, operational notes. As we are still in the dark as to the cause and meaning of the return of the dragons, I have made capturing Esbern our top priority, as he is known to be one of the experts in the dragon lore of the Blades. Regrettably, we have yet to match their expertise on the subject of dragons, which was derived from their Akaviri origins and is still far superior to our own, which remains largely theoretical. The archives of the Cloud Ruler Temple, which is believed to have been the primary repository of the oldest Blades lore, were largely destroyed during the siege. And although great effort has been made to reconstruct what was lost, it now appears that most of the records related to dragons were either removed or destroyed prior to our attack. Thus, Esbern remains our best opportunity to learn how and why the dragons have returned. It cannot be ruled out that the blades themselves are somehow connected to the dragon's return. We've recently obtained solid information that Esbern is alive and hiding somewhere in Riften. Interrogation of a possible eyewitness is ongoing. We must proceed carefully to avoid Esbern becoming alerted to his danger. If he's indeed in Riften, he must not be given an opportunity to flee. Okay, so I'm going to take that.
Lives in Riften. He could be this Esbern you're looking for, but I don't know. He's old and seemed kind of crazy. That's all I know.
And his name is... Listen up, spy!
I don't know his name.
You're trapped in here, and
Like
we have your
I've
accomplice.
told you 100.
Surrender, die.
Okay, so that requires a key to open. So, ooh, this is a tough choice.
Slowly. And where can we find this nameless old man?
Oh, like I said, I don't know. I've seen him down in the railway. Maybe he lives down there, but I don't know for sure.
He's got to be here. That will be all for now. I must say I continue to be disappointed in your lack of cooperation. I hope next time you will do better.
What else do you want?
Can I pick
from
this,
me?
or does it
I've
no? It
already
requires a
told you
key.
Everything. Listen, if you let me go, I can take you to Riften, show you where. Ah! Oh!
Silence, prisoner! Huh? You're dead. Ah! Never should have come here.
Is someone there?
Death is... I guess I was just hearing things.
I'm not really sure. I'm gonna quick save. I'm not really sure what's going on. Somebody summoned in like a... There's a bunch of guards. Feel like maybe... Are those the 4 guards that were outside that I was worried about following me in? Because I'm wondering if I was supposed to pick...
Found you! Pathetic human!
Ooh.
Foolish human! Your time is at its end!
Just need to search. Chamber key. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, question. Can I get out of here? That restores 5 points of health. Scrolls, anything there? Potions. Again, health and healing are 2 different things. Do I not have it? Oh, crap. Shit. Alright, so I think what I want to do is not this one. So let's go back. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so this is me entering the dungeon for the first time.
You know the rules. Do not speak unless spoken to. Master Rollington, ask the questions. Let's begin again.
No. For goodness sake, I've already told you everything. No!
Okay, so...
Start at the beginning, as usual. If you persist in this...
Let's grab that.
Stubbornness, I'll have...
Catching my breath. What?
Almost a coin flip. Let's see how it goes.
Wouldn't I tell you again? I don't even know anything. There's an old man. He lives in Riften. He could be this Esbern you're looking for, but I don't know. He's old and seemed kind of crazy. That's all I know.
And his name is...
I don't know his name. Like I've already told you 100... Oh!
You know the rules. Just answer the questions. And where can we find this nameless old man?
Oh, like I said, I don't know. I've seen him down in the Ratway.
Here's a question. Can
Down there,
I...
but I don't know for... Oh.
Oh, I didn't take
That
the
will
15
be
times
all.
damage on the... Oh, shit.
I must say I continue to be disappointed in your lack of cooperation. I hope next time you will do better.
Do your... No!
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to... Oh, I'd like to hear it all one more time.
Fine, whatever you want. Can't you just kill me and get it over with? There's this old man. I've seen him around Riften. I don't know where he lives. I don't know his name. Yes, he matches the description of this Esbern guy you're looking for. Maybe it's him, maybe it isn't. That's all I know, okay?
Okay, so I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
Listen up, spy.
Get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. Must lead somewhere.
Okay, you go ahead. I'm not done here. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hey, haven't I seen you around the Flagon?
Ooh.
I never expected to see another guild brother down here.
Oh.
They grabbed me in the Ratway. The nerve of these bastards. They need to be taught a lesson.
All right, you go ahead. I'm not done here.
I guess you know what you're doing. I've got to find a way out of here.
Come on!
What was that?
Now you're mine. Ha! Like a bite of a flea.
I cannot best you!
You are my and I am your butt! Don't you see? Elven supremacy is the only truth!
That's a pretty good dagger. Okay, cannot be picked, requires a key to open. I'm not sure who has the key. Wasn't... This is who I expected to have it. Chest is empty. I thought that was the guard that was running the interrogation.
scared him off.
Wonder, did I miss getting the key somewhere else in the embassy, or should it be in here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I mean, I could put my party clothes back on and try and walk out the front door, but I'm curious to see this other exit and how I'm meant to find it. Let's start looking upstairs a little bit. This is how I came in, so let's not do that. Let's try the other staircase. Just, again, this is, you know, I apologize. This is my total open world kind of weakness where, like, I know I could probably do the thing I already did, but I want to see how, like, what the other path is that I might have been meant to take. Because at the moment, I'm not, again, maybe it was a key in the building I was meant to find. But again, there's a potion on this table that I... Like, is there a key on the wall? Like, I don't see... On the table? No, so I don't know. I don't think I'm missing something obvious. So let's, Let me see if I can pull this off.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out. If you like, but we need to find a way to unlock that trap door.
Okay, so... No, no guidance from that NPC. Wait, this is how I came in. There's just a different door to the outside. I don't know why I'm so obsessed by taking Death Bell and like Nightshade. Anything that has to do with like potential poison I seem to be grabbing. There's a lockpick on the floor. I feel like this is where I... Oh, did they... Ooh, did they get him? All right, so they got our... I often keep a cast iron pot in my nightstand. Or do you think it's like a, I'm sitting here laughing. Do you think it's like a makeshift weapon, like in case somebody breaks in, you got something to clock them with? No, they're keeping plates. Okay. Ooh, empty. So my fear is that if I go out the front door, I'm going to basically be in the middle of a war. But I can't figure out where the key is. Can't figure out where the key is to, get out the way I think they want us to. Okay, so it says here, the quick Google says, escape, read the dossier found in the chest, trigger a fight with the guards who hold the trapdoor key. Okay, so it says, after clearing the interrogation room, reading the dossier, 2 guards will appear. So that, I don't know if that happened, or if I screwed something up. And apparently one of them holds the key. Did I just not read the dossier? Is that the problem? Like when I was, because I read it last time, did I just sort of... Let's get in a position and let's, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, I don't know, I might have to be one Santa who goes out the front door.
Never should have come
Am I back to party clothes? I am. Okay. Although I'm sort of rocking like tons of weapons, so I imagine at this point I'm not going to be able to hide it. Let's see what happens. Like, is there a balcony I can take to, make my escape? Okay, so I don't think this was intended to be as complicated as I'm making it. I think I've fumbled the order of operations and nope, still nothing there. Okay, what I'm trying to do is trying to find the other way. So I feel dumb. Did something not fire? Did I miss something? Like, I mean, you know, people that are watching this are like, yeah, asshole, you didn't go here. Or does it just seem like the thing really didn't fire off, like the two guards? So I think at this point, everybody's dead. But I also think I've searched everyone. Yeah, God, this is getting actually kind of annoying. Like at this point, I'm happy just to walk out the front door, but I seem to be completely turned around. Okay, so I feel like I've got to go upstairs. A lot of doors requiring keys here that I don't have. But when I went upstairs, I didn't feel like that gave me the answers of where I was trying to go either. Like, this is just the other part of the courtyard. I don't want... Now, my fear is that I need the key, like, I can't unlock the front door to this place, and that's the key that I... You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go back a bit. Or am I just screwed out of it? Can I just not do that anymore? Shit. Like, I feel bad. I don't know what to do. I can understand how I can go upstairs, but then have these be on the same level in the building. Like, I feel like I need to go downstairs and I can't find a staircase down. And I can't unlock that door, which my fear is the one direction I'm trying to go. All right, so let's Okay, after clearing the interrogation room and reading the dossier, 2 guards will appear. I don't feel like that happens. Okay, if you are stuck or lost your gear, ensure you've talked to the prisoner being interrogated. I did that. If necessary, you can wooden plate and whirlwind sprint shout. Okay. This might be just like a scripting nightmare. I feel like I broke some order of operation. So again, we came in here, but then when you, in theory, the other door to the courtyard should be on this level. It's not. If you go upstairs, you enter onto the courtyard at the same level as that first door. And that's part of what's throwing me off, or what was throwing me off. Because it shouldn't work that way in my mind. Assuming I have that right, but honestly, if my OBS buttons were set up correctly, I would just pause this. I don't know, I'm tempted to just cut this out because this is a little nuts.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Yep.
If you like, but we need to find a way to unlock that trap door.
Yep. I don't know. There's only 2 people in here. I don't know if I killed other guards elsewhere in the building, but I thought I searched them all. And the way the saves work, I might not be able to go back far enough to restart this mission. Oh, my God. Okay. I guess I feel like... I don't know. Maybe I did really just not see it.
Victory's yours, I submit!
Oh, shoot. Shit, alright. And there's all my stuff, I guess. Okay, let me see if I can do that a little better. Hopefully the fast save is right there. Let's get my bow out. And let's see if I can get some shots from up above here while I got position.
Mercy!
Trying to see if there's another way to get to me. I'm gonna try... I feel like my Dagger of Scorching actually does more damage. Ooh, shit. Alright, that's not gonna work. Alright, so I'm not sure where the troll went when I was trying to shoot it with arrows, but I couldn't keep going with that. So let's try this again.
Death is highly overrated!
Oh, he regenerates. That's the part of the problem. Okay, let me do this real quick. Don't need to be a hero. Completed. escape Thalmor Embassy, talk to Delphine. Recover your equipment, of course. I guess the question is, where is she? Is she, like, way back, or is she nearby?
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
The Thalmor know nothing about the dragons.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure they're looking for someone named Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What would the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
Alright, so the Thalmor think the Blades know about the dragons.
Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons if anybody does. Do they know where he is?
They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften. Now, is this going to be a double cross?
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Alright, so what happened to the Blades? Why are you on the run?
The Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity.
The White Gold Concordat? What's that?
The Great War. Only 30 years passed and already ancient history to most people. Seems to me like it just ended. It's never really ended for me. But to answer your question, the White Gold Concordat was the fancy name they put on the peace treaty between the Empire and the Thalmor. It ended the war and saved the Empire to fight another day. Also trampled on the sacred name of Talos, and gave the Thalmor free rein to stamp out Talos worship throughout the Empire.
Alright, what's so important about me being the Dragonborn?
The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
Who are the Thalmor?
There's no simple answer to that. You want the long version or the short version?
Give me the long one.
They're the rulers of the Aldmeri Dominion, what used to be the imperial provinces of Somerset Isle and Valenwood. The Thalmor take the arrogance of high elves to the extreme. They believe they are the rightful rulers of all of Tamriel. For a century or more, the Thalmor had been picking away at the Empire. Valenwood was the first, then the province of Elsewhere. But even the Blades didn't see the Great War coming. We underestimated the Thalmor, and they destroyed us.
Okay. Nope. Sorry. I thought that was showing me to get my equipment. I need to get my stuff from a room.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. We did the next main story quest. It was a lot clumsier than I expected, and I apologize for that. Again, I don't know if I just missed... I don't know if I just missed it, or if it's one of those things like it didn't spawn or despawn correctly. I don't know. I'm going to assume that I just missed it. But, so now the next quest is a cornered rat. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring the unusual gem to Vex and the Thieves Guild. We're going to look at a few of the side things now. So let's start doing some of these. These are going to be going back into Riften for the more like nefarious missions I had going on. Yeah, let's just fast travel there and get started. I think in all of my attempts at getting through this game...
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth.
Sounds easy enough.
You're a smart woman. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time.
Okay, why don't you go tell Sibby yourself?
I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town.
Okay, why is Sibby in jail?
No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission.
Okay.
I'll meet you outside of town.
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim.
I trust you have good news for me?
Job's finished. Here's the information you requested.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol.
Yeah, I've seen that symbol before.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents,
they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves' Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services.
A return to Maven Blackbriar, return to Brynjolf.
I believe we're done.
Okay. That's that. Okay, now that Malice's position as the owner, okay, Brynjolf. Let's go to the Thieves' Guild. I actually think I can fast travel there, but I'm curious, yeah.
They call me Sapphire because I love to steal.
Of course you can buy me a drink. You didn't need to say a word, but I heard you loud and clear.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Maven. Oh, very fortunate for Maven.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
Same symbol from Golden Glow was involved.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Is there anything we can do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
All right. Started Scoundrel's Folly. Still looking for Vex. The Ragged Flag and the guy's going to be right here. Vex might be here too, but
Out with it. Time is money.
this unusual gem worth anything?
Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya.
Is it worth anything?
Yeah.
Not like that, it
Lake,
isn't.
like you said.
The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover
Take
his
it
tracks.
Easy, Feckle. How long we known each other? Yeah.
How many of these are there? Okay.
The stuff is in the safe.
I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now.
Sure you won't buy it?
Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck.
Okay.
No one dies. Remember that. We're not assassins.
So, yeah, there's no way I'm doing 20... I mean... Yeah. Let me bring up... Since I'm here...
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief.
It's another to actually use them.
Alright, you know an old guy hanging out in Riften? Esbern?
Lot of people looking for him. Don't know his name, but he's paid good money for nobody to know he's down here. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut.
He pays good coin to make sure nobody knows he's here. He lives over there. This is the schedule to deliver his food. He looks like this, and he's a little off his rocker. You can find him. Just like, okay, dude. I don't know if he got his money's worth with you. Okay, the guy hiding down here, where does he live?
He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Be careful. You're not the only one looking for him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was... There's the Blades agent! Kill her! You can't hide! I'll end your miserable life! Your time is that you should not have meddled in the...
You know, I think I picked up some tomes and stuff. Okay. Yeah, a couple new spells, why not? Oh, right, there were people locked up in here or something. Is he one of them?
Go away!
Esbern, open the door. I'm a friend.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, is this also, oh man, the voice,
Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Is that Max von Sydow? Alright, Delphine needs your help to stop the dragons. I'm the one the Blades have been searching for. I'm Dragonborn. They asked... Okay, I'm gonna try persuading.
So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. You'd better come in and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment.
Didn't seem to need the
Always
password.
fix. There we go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in, come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
I will say, like, if it's not Max von Sydow, it's definitely in the ballpark. What do you mean it's hopeless?
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach.
All right. Alduin, the dragon who's raising the others?
Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand.
You're talking about the literal end of the world.
Oh, yes. It's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a dragonborn can stop him. But no dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater.
It's not hopeless, Esbern. I'm Dragonborn. I'm Iron Man.
What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. But give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... No useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annual? One moment. I know time is of the essence. Mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off. Yes? What is it?
Okay, let's get out of here.
We should keep moving.
There's the blades agent! Kill him! Ha! Foul! You should not have met them!
Blades that sink.
All right. I guess we're doing the next quest here.
It's too easy.
Uh-oh.
There you
Right behind you. Or is he on our side?
You wish to defeat me? Impossible!
Alright, just trying to get up one more flight.
The Thalmor's of
That's where you...
Okay, so she's got... Oh, let me take my arrow back. She's got a note on her. So let me see what Shivari's note has to say. Items... Books? Shivari's note. I have good reason to believe the target will be coming to Riften in the next few days. Discretion is preferred, but elimination of the target is of the highest priority. The usual restrictions on exposure are lifted. You will be reassigned outside Skyrim if necessary, without penalty. Do not fail me. E. Okay.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
I'm curious if it's going to be like
There's
Daphne.
no doubt about it. The Thieves Guild is back, and they've got Riften in their grip.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say it's going to be like Daphne where we actually traveled the whole way to Riverwood. So let me take a look at the map because I'm trying to figure out, like... Now, the best way to Riverwood is, like the southern path around the city. But then it's... Well... You know, I've taken that mountain pass before. That was pretty direct. I guess you could take the northern route. But the question is, can I just fast travel? Let me quick save. I know it probably just saved when I left, but let me see what happens if I fast travel. He's with me. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, like in Dragon's Dogma 2, they might do something interesting and like they might interrupt your journey and stuff with the fast. Like, I know I've praised that game before.
Fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
Can't tell if he's still with me though.
You'll have to speak. Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk.
So well.
Orgnar,
With
hold
you
down
as
the bar
my
for a
muse,
minute, will you?
how could I not?
Sure.
This
Oh,
way.
Sven, you do know how to turn a girl's head.
I've got the new order in for shields. Gonna need some hardwood planks. None of that soft pine stuff. Aye, we can get that for you. We just finished the timber for those catapults. War may be good for business, but it's hard on families. A hard truth, that is. Let's drink to the fallen ones.
Let's see what Esbern has to say.
It ain't fair to Sven.
Now then,
On their heartstrings
I
like
assume you
that.
know about...
It's bad enough
Oh,
my
yes,
brother is
Dragon
acting on me to pick one.
Indeed.
Don't you
Yes.
start
Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
How's about a drink, Odd?
Give me just a moment.
Right,
Oh.
you're the...
Ah, here it is. Come, let me show you.
You can't do an honest day's work at night.
You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Aldrin's Wall to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Aldrin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. His location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern.
All right.
I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
Let's see. What's the best way to get there?
From Riverwood? The road south through Falkreath is the most direct route. Or you could catch the carriage from Whiterun to Markarth, and then approach from the west. Either way, the Reach is wild country these days. The Forsworn are everywhere. Best be careful.
I'll meet you there, because I want to...
Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
Cool. Yeah, that way we can sort of put a pin on the main quest for a second. Okay, so let's, yeah, because we did the main quest for this session. So let's deactivate that. Let's deactivate that, because again, I guess if you're just looking for, I don't know, if you're looking for more things to do in this. Okay, so let's look on the Thieves Guild Anonymous Adversary, speak to Mercer Fry. Go to the map. See if that's back in Riften or if it's somewhere else. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk to Mercer Fry and see if we can get a little more information about who's jamming up the Thieves Guild.
Of course you can buy me a drink. You didn't need to say a word, but I heard you loud and clear.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
I found the same marking at Honningbrew Meadery.
It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever.
You admire them.
They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly.
How can we make them pay?
Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Gajal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gulamai. Slimy bastard.
Where do I begin?
Gulamai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
All right.
You're an idiot.
Arengoth was a fool to think he could get away with this.
Yeah, let's talk to,
Name's Rune. Yeah, Rune.
I can't believe Gulamai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong. He could scam a beggar out of his last septim. But he's no mastermind.
Think he'll give me trouble?
Trouble? Huh. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you.
Sir? Sir, this is a weird place to eat bread.
You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gulamai, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage.
He's going to owe us for his betrayal.
Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot.
All right, East Empire Company, who are they?
A mercantile group that has established ports all over Tamriel. They pretty much dominate the whole shipping industry. The Emperor himself supposedly backs them, which means they have fairly unlimited resources, so don't get their feathers in a ruffle.
All right. How is Gulamai an asset to the guild?
Gulamai works in the East Empire Company warehouse. He helps maintain all of the shipments of goods that goes in and out of Solitude. That means he has the pick of the litter from some of the finest goods to grace Skyrim's shores. He isn't exactly in the guild, but he pays us a cut of all the stuff he lifts from the warehouse.
Okay. You think Gulamai will give us trouble?
There are thieves, and then there is Gulamai. No honor, no code at all. He'd shake your hand and stab you in the back at the same time. The cut he's supposed to provide the guild has dwindled as of late. He says pickings in the warehouse are slim, but I'm certain he's lying. Keep your eyes on him. He's quite crafty.
All right. If I get information from Gulamai, what then?
Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gulamai's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well.
Okay.
Good luck with Solitude. Keep Gulamai alive. But what did you need?
Oh, still here. All right.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today?
What can you tell me about Talos?
He's the protector of man, the dragon of the north, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity.
Why all the hatred for the Empire?
Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland.
What happened to your daughter?
I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. Talos guide you.
Okay, so we're looking to get back to Solitude, where we were... what am I doing? This is the way. Yeah, if you remember, we sort of brushed against the entrance to the East Empire Company or whatever on our way into Solitude. It was like on a lower path right along the water. Anyway, I feel like at some point I was talking about Crimson Desert. I got distracted, but I am very curious because I feel like, will it give me the open world? The exploration is always, and I've talked about how I get distracted, you know. I'm really, really curious. I don't know if I would drop $70 immediately because, again, like nobody's here for like instant hot takes, and I'm in the middle of this and Lord of the Rings and, you know, the tabletop stuff that we're doing here. But I gotta tell you, like, it looks gorgeous. I am curious.
You talk to Egg Brothers. Deja has no words for you.
Ooh. I'd be really curious. How it runs. Like, what are the performance issues? Are there going to be any, etc.? Okay, so I'm trying to get to... Nope. Am I trying to get to Solitude? I think that's the only thing I have. Yeah.
You have no knowledge of who you speak to. Go away. You want knives? You want them in your belly? No? Then you stop talking to Deja.
One of the things I was hearing, you know, there was some interviews with, I think, Todd Howard regarding Elder Scrolls 6, and I think they said, you know, I don't know if this was a direct response to how the development of Starfield went, but I feel like what I thought I heard him saying was that they were going
to game it if you want a horse, or Catla if you're looking for work.
I think they were talking about relying a little bit less on like procedural generation kind of stuff. I really feel like, you know, everybody's I think, you know, a lot of this procedural AI, you know, I really, you know, I whine about AI and stuff. You know, it's the new hotness, and it's creating a massive financial bubble that's also sort of ruining markets all over the world, because free markets are not going to work the way you actually think they do when there's such disparity between the haves and have-nots. But I feel like at some point everybody's going to like back off a little bit and be like, okay, this is how it's actually going to work. And this is what people really want.
Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore.
I'm here about the Golden Glow estate.
I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person.
You can drop the act now, Gajule.
Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that, bee farm, was it?
You act as a broker for its new owner.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
All right, let's see. Give me the buyer's name or I'll kill you. What would it take to identify the buyer? Let me try persuade.
I don't care what you promise. If I tell you the buyer's name and word gets around, it can ruin me.
All right, let's try a bribe.
Well, now that you mention it, there is something I've been trying to get my hands on. I have a buyer looking for a case of firebrand wine. There just so happens to be a single case in the Blue Palace. Bring it to me, and we'll talk about Golden Glow Estate.
Oh no, if I tell you anything, they'll kill me. Money on the table?
No firebrand wine yet? How disappointing.
For a case of booze. All right. So we're stealing it from within town here. That's the thing. Oh yeah, we're going across to the, You know, I probably have a bunch of crap I could sell. Let me start,
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
Actually, yes, I own property there.
Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help.
Oh, I haven't met her, but I could try to get more information.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
Okay, so you sell perfumes?
We mostly carry herbs and alchemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like.
What have you got for sale?
Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
Is there anything I can sell? Oops, probably didn't mean to sell all of that, but that's okay. Okay, I mostly cleared her out. Okay, how am I? I'm 5,400. Okay, that's pretty good.
Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
Now the question is, how do I get up above to cross that sky bridge? So, I don't know if I've talked about this. I think one thing I remember about Oblivion, and again, this is only the original, I haven't played the remastered, is that I do remember, like, the town somehow architecturally feeling a little different.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do. Please, take pity on an old madman.
All right, here's a gold. Well, can I do that?
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
But I feel like there's something else you need.
My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help?
Okay, how can I find your master?
Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no, such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
Okay. Why do you need him back?
Without his guidance, our homeland is falling apart. North wages war against South. The holy flame flickers and dies. We need his return. Oh, but I'm sure he'll repay you when he comes to his senses. His favor is a powerful, powerful thing, and so very worth any inconveniences.
Okay, how can I get to your master?
He stays in the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. The doors are locked, and only Falk Firebeard can grant entry. But I hear the maids, Una and Erdi, know how to enter it for cleaning. Surely they could help for such an important matter.
Ooh.
He is a great man, but one rarely praised. He rules twin empires that span the length and breadth of our minds. All know him, but few can name him. But he has forbidden me from saying his name. He says it distracts him, and woe to those who draw his ire. But you will know him when you see him. He's the one who made me like this. Uh-huh.
Okay, so obviously he sounds a little crazy, but also, if you remember the DLC, I think it was like the highest, like some people think of the best DLC of Oblivion, sort of entered into this kingdom of madness. So I'm wondering if there's some callback. And the guy sounds certifiably insane, but I think obviously that's deliberate, and I don't know if I ever played that DLC in Oblivion. I think I was saying in one of the streams here how like sometimes if I hit the end of the game, even if there's more to do, I lose a lot of momentum to keep going. Like I just like, well, but I've seen the end, which is something I'm a little nervous with here. Like while I'm trying to make sure I keep doing, you know, a main story quest, I realized that if I hit the end, because I don't know, I mean, I guess it'll be pretty obvious at some point, but my fear is that I'll have about 300 things left on my to-do list. I'll be like, oh shit, that's the end, okay. And then be like, eh. But I wonder, I mean, you know, because sometimes what I do is I just make it a point, like if I know I'm getting to the end, I'm like, okay, let's pause that. And my quest log sort of becomes like a checklist, which sometimes kills the mood a little bit. And I don't feel like that's necessary, you know, like I don't feel like I need to squeeze every... Maybe that's just like, you know, maybe that's just me getting older and being like, yeah, no, there's more to play. And I can say safely this was my experience. And it was a good one.
Come on in, just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Ah, I see you have the wine. Hand it over, and we'll talk. Good. Can't have the buyer getting impatient and looking elsewhere for this, can we? Here, take this. I certainly can't use it, but I suppose I need to pay you something for the goods.
You're trying to bribe me now. All right.
Not at all. I consider it an investment in prolonging my life. As far as Golden Glow Estate goes, I'll tell you what I know. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
Did you say why she was doing this?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
That's it. No name or anything.
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
I think you're lying to me.
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
All right. Let's shadow him. All right, let's see where this leads. So it's kind of interesting. When I'm playing Lord of the Rings Online, one of the things I often sort of whine or complain about is how they try and do all sorts of different types of missions or gameplay, even though it's not really designed to do that. And I feel like Skyrim, there's been a lot of like, I feel like they sort of try and figure out how can we do this kind of thing within the framework of our systems, but because the systems are a little more simulationist, I feel like that lets them be a little bit more successful. In Lord of the Rings Online, I often find it kind of frustrating. Here I've been finding it, and maybe Lord of the Rings Online has been a little more ambitious, but I've been finding how they sort of mix and match the tool sets and systems in this game to be more successful and make this like it feels varied, even though it probably isn't. And I've been really enjoying it. Like, this is something I always thought I would enjoy more in like the Assassin's Creed games. Like the idea like you could follow somebody and then you could sort of take a seat in the crowd and you could eavesdrop and stuff like that. Stuff seemed like it could be really cool. And I don't know if it ever quite clicked for me, or I've only played like in depth the first Assassin's Creed, and there were a lot of things about it that I really liked, but I really don't like the combat like that, because it all feels very much like I don't know which came first, but it has that, in my mind, I always link it to like Batman Arkham Asylum. That's why I haven't played like Shadows of War game, because I really dislike that combat style. But maybe I should give like the later ones, Odyssey, the one in Egypt, and the one, especially Valhalla. That one always seemed like the setting that I might click with most. And just see when they go a little more, I think, traditional RPG with the mechanics.
My father
like,
was all the family I ever had. I felt so lost when.
Do I click a little better with it?
But the crew of the Red Wave's my family now.
I'm gonna quick save just in case I blow it on the last few steps here. I thought I heard they are going back a little bit. Or maybe I heard like there's talk of going back to more traditional Assassin's Creed. At the level? There we go.
Are you playing hide and seek?
Which I think maybe for fans, and maybe it makes it a little easier. Like, I know there was Mirage. I don't know if that's out yet or if it's coming, but like a smaller in scale and a little more back to basics. And I would say, yeah, sure, go for it. It makes it easier. Like, easier to get the games out. You don't need 12 million people. You don't need to make $1 billion. Like, you know. But I will say that it's not... Whoops. Like, I don't need the game to be like 300 hours long, but I am looking for the style mechanics that I believe the new ones leaned into more. So there was something I just asked on the Discord as part of like, I don't know how it came up. Oh, it was like an Ubisoft sale again at the time it's recording, and this will be sale will be long over when this comes out. But, you know, there's a bunch of on Steam, they've got a bunch of Ubisoft titles up, and includes, you know, all the Assassin's Creed games. And I always felt like the last couple, you could make the case for being RPGs. And then I was like, am I talking myself into giving it a shot on the channel? We'll have to see. That'd be a ways down the road, I think, if it ever happened. But it made me wonder.
Is someone there?
Who is this on?
That's all you got?
I didn't know the guard. Okay, I gotta be more careful. I do wish there was a way to disguise yourself. I think that'd be cool to be able to switch into the uniforms and walk around a little more freely. But again, then that would be starting to get into like Hitman territory and stuff, right? I wouldn't expect it to be implemented as well or as fun as it is in Hitman, but to what I was just saying, like globbing that onto this game with the way the systems are, I think it would be like decent enough. Like, I don't need to be amazing, but it's the immersion is what I'm more after, you know, like... Sort of a good enough attempt mixed with just allowing me to fill in the rest in my head. No, I apologize for that. I get like a lot of like Windows disconnect sounds on my computer. I'm not sure. It's something with my USB, and I don't know. I'm assuming it's something with USB, and I don't know what. So I gotta try and figure that out. Get it to stop because it's irritating and it jams up my recordings.
You can't hide from me.
Oh well. Must have run off.
Interesting. Okay.
little harlot. That brat ain't mine. Could be anyone's. Won't get one rusty septic from me.
Might pay off my bounty this time. Walk into the city a free man. Huh?
Nothing here after all.
Where are you? There you are!
I don't even know if I'm going to that. Let me check the map. Nope. Okay, so we got nothing.
What was that?
Huh?
Give up while you still can.
Do your worst.
You'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead.
You won't get the best of me. Victory is yours. I submit.
Can't wait to count out your coin.
What was that? Where are you? Can't hide from me.
I'm staying out of this.
Walked into both of those.
Another fancy!
Nope, 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 nope.
Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems.
Seems
bad. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, you'll have me killed.
Alright, tell me first and then I'll decide.
Alright, alright. It's Carlia. Her name is Carlia.
You say that name like I should know it.
Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
And you're helping her.
Help? No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
Where is she now?
I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
All right. Okay. I feel like I've got a level I should be... Ooh, shit, wrong way. Okay. Got it. All right. 9 gold. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. There we go. All right, the Brine Water Grotto discovered where, oh, Ninroot. Let's take a look at the map, see where we are. Came out on the north side of everything. Okay, and so now I think what we need to do is we need to return to Mercer Fry, which I think we can do by going to the map. You know what, let's first level up. So I think we did... Let's do some more health. Sneak is 56, so I think whatever I might have... Assassin's Blade is the 15. That could be useful, just... It's a lot of damage. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Archery 61. Does 60 get me anything? Gets me more damage with overdraw. Steady hand, power shot. Slowing time, critical shots. I mean, that could be useful, extra critical damage. What's Ranger? Oh, that could be useful. Yeah, let's do that. I'm often running around trying to get shots off. So, okay. So now that we've done that, got the Ninroot, let's, I think we need to make our way back to Riften all the way. The Thieves Guild, so let's, fast travel there.
I've seen a lot of thieves come and go, but I've never seen anyone as good as me.
If you're wondering why they call me
give up
Dipper,
any information on our buyer?
watch me outrun the town guard.
Said Golden Glow was purchased by a Carlia.
No, it can't be. I haven't heard that name in decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross paths with again.
Gulamai also told me she was a murderer.
Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished.
Why she returned?
Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was.
Gulamai told me she said, where the end began.
There's only one place that could be. The place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snowvale Sanctum. We have to go out there before she disappears again.
We?
Yes, I'm going with you, and together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers.
All right. So when he said we, I sort of interpreted the other way, like, why am I going to kill people? Okay. Speak to Tonilia about exchanging a piece of armor. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. We banged out sort of 1.5-ish 2 story quests and doing a little bit more of the Thieves Guild, which again is the thing I'm sort of the most-ish familiar with, although I have no memory whatsoever of any of this. So if I've done this before, I don't recall. But otherwise, yeah, this was really good. I have to decide what to do about the part where I'm just fumbling around. I might just leave it in and be like, hey, this is my lived experience. This is my truth, and I'm a shit show. So anyway, thanks again to everybody who checks this out. This is Black Lodge Trivia Night. We're mainly a tabletop RPG actual play podcast, but obviously we're doing some things here with CRPGs. We have some discussion podcasts as well about Souls, about RPG topics. When I say Souls, I don't mean Souls. I mean Dark Souls, the series, Soulsborne. So if you prefer audio versions of our actual plays, our discussion podcasts, just search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your audio, and we should show up. We've got a Discord if you want to jump in, talk about RPGs, CRPGs. Otherwise, like, subscribe, do the little notification bell if that's your thing. And as always, we really appreciate everybody who checks this stuff out. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.